Welcome everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Konnichiwa. Guten Tag. Dobrodran. Welcome everyone. We're just waiting for people to join. Today we are looking at median from a table. Here is the first question. We've got 6 questions for you. This is from paper 3, June 2023. Press pause, and when you are ready, press play for the answer. And if you're joining us for the first time, then within the description of this video, you'll find the questions, so you can download them and follow as we're going along. So here is the question. The table shows the number of books read by 4 people in 1 month. And we've got person, Jimena, Martha, Kezia, Tabby. The number of books are 7, 9, 1, and 5. Work out the median number of books. Find the range. So median is we put numbers together in order and then we pick the middle number. So if we look carefully here, the smallest one is 1, the next one is 5, the next one is 7, and then the next one is 9. So we can see here that we've got 2 numbers in the middle. So we've ordered them, now we need to pick the middle one. So what we do is we add them together, 5 plus 7, and then we divide by 2. 5 plus 7 is 12, divided by 2 gives us 6. So our median is 6. And this is paper 3, so we are allowed to use a calculator for our working out. Find the range. So range is big number, biggest number, take away smallest number. So my big number is 9, and my small number is 1. And so 9 take away 1 gives me 8. So my range is 8. Okay, let's go to the next question. We're going to ignore part C because it's not relevant for today's topic. Here is question 2. This is from paper 2. Again, calculator is allowed, from June 2022. Press pause and have a go. Now with this question, think about what is similar and what is different. So question 15, the table shows information about the number of social media accounts used by each of 300 students. So we've got number of social media accounts, frequency, so 0, 3, 1, 57, 2, 84, 3, 75, 4, 81. Work out the total number of social media accounts used by these students. And then part B, find the median number of social media accounts used by these students. So first of all, have a go, press pause, and when you're ready, press play. Work out the total number of social media accounts used by these students. So we've got 0 students with 3 accounts. So 0, so we multiply them together. We've got 1 social media account 57 times, so we multiply that. 0 times 3 is 0, 1 times 57 is 57. 2 times 84 gives me 168, and it is a calculator, so you don't have to do it in your head, just get your calculator. 2 times 84 gives us 168. The next one, 3 times 75, that gives us 222, 225 rather. And then the last one, 4 times 81. And so that gives us 4 times 81, gives us 324. And we want the total number. So we add them all together. So we've got 0 plus 57 plus 168 plus 225 plus 324. That gives us 774. So that is our total number of accounts. Now today's focus is median. So all of this work is prepping us for median. So how do we work out median? Now, what is similar from this question and the last question? Okay. So what is similar is that they are both a table. But what is different is that this time we are given numbers and we're also given the frequencies. So 0 happens 3 times. 1 is happening 57 times. So in a way, this is already ordered for us. And the frequency is a guide telling us 0 happens 3 times. 1 happens 57 times. So if you were to write it out, you'd write it out 0, 0, 0, then 1 57 times, and so on. So that is a lot of work. So we need a kind of shortcut to work this out. So for a median from a table is we have these steps. So step 1 is I want to work out my total. So step 1 is find the total. Step 2 is I want to divide the total by 2. Total divided by 2. Step 3 is I want to add my frequencies because I'm kind of looking for the middle number. I divide by 2 to give me the median number, median value. And then I add the frequencies. So step 3 is add frequencies. Add frequencies until step 2 number, or just above. And then step 4 is I read across. Okay, so those are my steps. So here I can see from the information my total is 300. So I'm going to have 300. Step 2 is I divide by 2, gives me 150. Let me rewrite this here just so that it's clear. Okay, so I've got that. Now, step 3 is I want to add the frequencies until I get to 150. So my starting point is 3. That's not near 150, so I keep going. I'm going to add 3 plus 57. That gives me 60. Now 60 is not 150, so I'm going to keep going. 60 plus 84. Use my calculator. 60 plus 84 gives me 144. 144 is not 150, so I can see it's going to be in the next one. 144 plus 75 is way above that, so plus 75 gives me 219. And so I can see my step 3, add the frequencies until step 2 number. So I've got 219, which is just above, it's way above 150. So now my step 4 is I read across. So my median for this is 3. My median is 3. Okay, here's a quote for you I found. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. This is a quote by Maya Angelou, who's an author. It reminds me of maths because in maths, it's always about continuing. We learn through our mistakes. So if you do come across a question and you're not getting it right, keep going because we learn through our mistakes, and that's how you will pass your GCSE. All right, so let's look at the third question of our 6. Okay, so this is from paper 3, June 2017. Okay, press pause and have a go, and you can see this is both a higher and foundation question. This is question 3 from the higher paper. Press pause, and when you are ready, press play for the answer. And so let's read the question. The table shows some information about the dress sizes of 25 women. We've got dress size, number of women, 8, 2 women, 10, 9 women, 12, 8 women, 14, 6 women. Find the median dress size. So we need to get our steps. Okay, think about what we've done before. So step 1 is to find the total. Our total is 25 women. And if you add these together, they will also be equal to 25. Let's just double check that. And you can see it equals to 25. So we do step 1, 25 divided by 2, which is 12.5. So I'm looking for my 13th value, or in between my 12th and my 13th value. Step 3, I am going to be adding my frequencies. So my first one is 2. That is not near 12.5. The next one is going to be 2 plus 9 gives me 11. So I'm not near 12.5. The next one is going to be 11 plus 8 gives me 19. And so I'm above 12.5. So now step 4, I read across. So my median value from a table, from this table, is 12. Okay, part B now. Okay, let's zoom a little bit further in. All right, part B. 3 of the women have a shoe size of 7. Zoe says that if you choose at random one of the 25 women, the probability that she has either a shoe size of 7 or a dress size of 14 is 9 out of 25, because 3 out of 25 plus 6 out of 25 equals 9 out of 25. Is Zoe correct? You must give a reason for your answer. Now, if we think about this, Zoe is saying there's 3 women who have a shoe size of 7. Okay. And then there are the probability she has a shoe size of 7 or a dress size of 14 is 9 over 27. The dress size of 14 is from here, from the table. 6, dress size 14, and we have 6. So what we're assuming here is when you have a shoe size of 7, so size 7, shoe size 7, and a dress size of 14, we're saying that they are not, there's no one who does both, they're both separate. But you can also have someone who can be a shoe size 7 and a dress size 14. So you can have someone who is both. And if you have someone who's both, then you can't count them, you're counting them twice if you think of it separately. So the answer, is Zoe correct, is no. And the reason is because a person can be both shoe size 7 and dress size 14. Okay, so if you think about that, so you think about it, if you just put numbers here, for example, so 3 women here, and you have 6 women there, that's 3 plus 6 is 9. But one person, or let's make it easy, you could have 2 people who are 7 and 2 people who are size 14, so that would go in the middle. So therefore you'd have altogether 3 people who are shoe size 7, and then you'd have 4 there. So you can see the numbers don't match. You'd have less people because you've counted 2 twice. So that's the reasoning behind it. So that hopefully that gives you a bit of understanding to that question. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, this is question 4 of 6. It's a short pack today. Press pause and have a go. When you are ready, press play for the answer. And as you can see, this is from paper 3, June 2019, question 26 of the foundation paper and question 3 of the higher paper. Right, the table shows information about the heights of 80 plants We've got height. This time we have a class interval of 10 to 20 and a frequency of 7. So you have these class intervals and you have different frequencies. Find the class interval that contains the median. So that's what we are doing. Now we're going to ignore part B because that's not relevant for today. And so what is similar to the last question? Well, what is similar is we have a table. We have an ordered table. What's different is that we now have a class interval. So this is a class interval, and these are individual values. So even though these are different, the way we treat it to work out the median is exactly the same. So we don't actually need to worry about this part here. We just need to follow our steps. So just like before, step 1, find the total. So my total, I'm told, is 80 plants. So I'm going to do 80. Step 2 is divide by 2. Divided by 2 equals to 40. So the number I'm looking for is my 40th value and 41st, but for a table. So I'm going to add the step 3 is I'm going to add my frequencies until I reach 40 or just above. So I've got 7 here. That's lower than 40. So I keep going. 7 plus 13 gives me 20. 20 is below 40. So I keep going. 20 plus 14 equals to 34. 34 is less than 40, so I keep going. 34 plus 12 gives me 46. 46 is just above 40. So that's my step 3 done. And my last step, step 4, I read across. And so my median class interval, and you can see here class interval, my median class interval is 40 to 50. Okay, I hope you got that right. Well done if you have. Let's go to the next question. All right, so this is our 5th question out of 6. This is from paper 3, so we are allowed to use a calculator from paper 3, November 2017. This is question 19 of the foundation paper and question 1 of the higher paper. Press pause and have a go. We're doing part A, we're not doing part B because it's not relevant for our topic for today. So press pause and have a go. When you are ready, you can press play for the answer. The table shows information about the heights of 80 children. So we've got our height, our class interval here, and then our frequencies. Find the class interval that contains the median. And so similar to before, our steps are step 1, find the total. So my total again is 80. Step 2, I divide the total by 2, gives me 40. So again, similar, same numbers. It's a good coincidence. Step 3, I add my frequencies until I get to step 2, which is 40 or just above. So I'm going to start off with 4. That's below 40. Keep going. 4 plus 11 equals 15. 15 is below 40. I'm going to keep going. 15 plus 24. 25, 35, 39. 39 is just below 40, so I'm going to keep going. 39 plus 20 is going to be 59. So that is above 40. So now my step 4, I read across. And so my class interval is 160 to 170. All right, and we're not doing part B because, again, it's not part of our focus today. So we are nearly there. One more question to do. And if you are here for the first time, subscribe to the channel. We'll be going through lots of different exam packs. So hopefully this will help you for your GCSEs. All right, this is our last question. This is a paper 1 question. And so this is from this is a non-calculator paper question. This is from 2020. The table gives information about the number of points scored by each of 16 students in a game. So the number of points are 0 happens once, 1 happens 3 times, 2 happens 5 times, 3 happens 4 times, 4 happens 3 times. Tina worked out the median number Tina worked out the median of the number of points scored to be 5. Explain why it is not possible for the median to be 5. Okay, so press pause when you're ready, press play. So what you can see is that what Tina has done is she's looked at the frequencies and she's gone for the middle number. That's what she's done. That's how she got 5. Explain why it is not possible to be 5. So let's understand the table. There are at least two ways to answer this question. So if I understand 0 happens once, 1 happens 3 times, 2 happens 5 times, 3 happens 4 times, 4 happens 3 times. There is no 5 that is happening. So that's one possible answer. Explain why it is not possible for the median to be 5. 5 points are not scored. So that's the first possible answer. All right, so sometimes in an exam, you just get into it. You look at the table and you get into it. So this is where you do the second thing, which is to actually work out the median. And so if you did do that, you would have memorized the steps. Step 1 is total is 16, divided by 2 is 8. So the first one is 1 is less than 8. You keep going. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. 4 is less than 8. You keep going. 4 plus 5 gives us 9. 9 is just above 8, so I read across. And so you can also write the median is 2. Now you can see the second reason that I've written. There's a lot more work that I've done. And this is the thing. Sometimes when you just get into a question without kind of thinking, you just do extra work. There's nothing wrong in having this answer. I've worked out it is correct. The median is 2. However, if I just took a pause and I kind of understood this table, I would have realized that 5 does not exist. So the median cannot be 5. So this is where those kind of little things about taking a breather, thinking about what you're doing, can save you a lot of time and a headache. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you at the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.